The dawn of the 21st century was a magical, transitional time for the world of animation. A period when the traditional hand-drawn masterpieces of the past were beginning to share the spotlight with a bold new frontier of computer-generated imagery. In the midst of this technological revolution, a uniquely brilliant and eccentric character was quietly waiting in the wings, ready to change the landscape of children's entertainment forever. It is almost impossible to grasp the relentless march of time, but nearly 25 years ago, a remarkably precocious young inventor with an impossibly large updraft of brown hair and an insatiable appetite for scientific discovery blasted his way into movie theaters across the globe. Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, was not just another animated film. It was a cultural phenomenon that captured the boundless imagination of a generation, blending suburban normalcy with spectacular cosmic adventures. Yet, long before this iconic boy genius became a household name with his own feature-length theatrical release and a wildly successful television series, his origins were incredibly humble and deeply rooted in the DIY spirit of independent animation. The character we know today actually began his journey under a completely different moniker, known to a very small inner circle of creators as Johnny Quasar. This early iteration of the brilliant young inventor did not start in a high-tech digital studio or on the radar of major Hollywood executives, but rather on the grainy magnetic tape of a standard VHS cassette, passed around like a hidden treasure among industry insiders and passionate animators. This fascinating evolution from a grainy, experimental short tape into a cinematic masterpiece represents a true testament to the power of creative vision and perseverance. Before we dive deeper into the incredible secrets behind the creation of this cinematic milestone, the countless challenges faced by its creators, and the unforgettable moments that defined a generation, please take a brief moment to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss another deep dive into the nostalgic treasures of your childhood. The journey of bringing this beloved character to life was anything but conventional, and it required an extraordinary alignment of artistic talent, dedication, and sheer luck to transform a quirky pitch tape into a multi-million-dollar franchise. At the absolute heart of this enduring magic was the remarkable voice cast, a group of incredibly talented performers who managed to infuse these digital models with genuine soul, distinct personality, and unforgettable charm. Among them, two phenomenal voice actresses would form the emotional core of the entire series, perfectly embodying the intellectual rivalry and hidden affection that defined the show's central relationship. Debi Derryberry, who stepped into the oversized shoes of the boy genius Jimmy himself, and Carolyn, who brought the fiercely competitive and brilliantly articulate Cindy Vortex to life, found themselves embarking on an adventure that would define their professional careers. The process of finding these specific voices was an intricate puzzle, as the show's creators were not just looking for actors who could sound like children, but individuals who could capture the complex essence of childhood itself, the fragile balance between arrogance and vulnerability, wisdom and innocence. When Debi and Carolyn first auditioned for these roles, they had no grand illusions of international fame or decades-long legacies. They were simply dedicated artists stepping into a recording booth to bring a unique script to life. Little did they know, their immediate, undeniable vocal chemistry would create a dynamic that resonated so deeply with audiences that it would echo across a quarter of a century, anchoring a vibrant universe of mad science, alien abductions, and suburban teenage drama. The magic of the recording booth is a sacred space where abstract drawings are transformed into living, breathing entities, and for Debi Derryberry and Carolyn, this transformation was nothing short of miraculous. The creators did not just want standard cartoon voices. They sought a rare authenticity that could ground the wild sci-fi antics of Retroville in genuine human emotion. Debi brought a profound musical background to her performance, a deep understanding of rhythm, pitch, and cadence that allowed her to deliver Jimmy's complex, rapid-fire scientific explanations with an effortless, lyrical flow. This musicality actually inspired one of the most memorable and beloved scenes in the entire movie, where Jimmy's vocal inflections and rhythmic delivery elevated a standard comedic moment into an iconic piece of cinematic history that fans still quote to this day. Meanwhile, Carolyn infused Cindy Vortex with a perfect blend of sharp-tongued academic rivalry and a deeply hidden, fiercely guarded vulnerability. The dynamic between Jimmy and Cindy became the ultimate emotional anchor of the narrative, a classic playground rivalry that masked a profound mutual respect and budding affection. Both actresses frequently look back on their journey with immense fondness, often recalling specific moments where the writing and their performances aligned flawlessly. One of their absolute favorite sequences from the original theatrical film is the touching, quieter scene where Cindy consoles Jimmy after a devastating failure. A moment that beautifully stripped away the high-tech gadgets and academic competition to reveal two vulnerable children comforting each other in the face of overwhelming odds. This delicate balance of explosive humor and genuine heart paid off in ways the creators could have never anticipated. When Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius burst into theaters, it did not just capture the hearts of millions of children and parents worldwide, it also earned the highest level of critical acclaim from the global film community. The industry was undergoing a massive shift, recognizing that computer animation had officially matured into a dominant artistic medium. As a result, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences introduced a brand new category to honor this cinematic revolution. And Jimmy Neutron proudly made history by being nominated for the inaugural Best Animated Feature at the prestigious Academy Awards. Standing alongside massive industry titans, this independent spirit of a film proved that a compelling story, unforgettable characters, and a massive dose of imagination could conquer the grandest stages in Hollywood. Following the historic success of the movie, the franchise seamlessly transitioned into a critically acclaimed television series, allowing the writers and actors to explore the chaotic lives of Retroville's residents in much greater depth. Out of the dozens of wildly imaginative episodes produced over the years, Debi and Carolyn share a deeply sentimental favorite titled Stranded. This specific episode stranded the main cast on a deserted island, forcing the ultimate collision of personalities as Jimmy and Cindy were completely isolated from their usual support systems and forced to confront their true feelings for one another. The episode perfectly encapsulated the brilliance of the series, blending survival comedy with genuine character growth and emotional tension. However, looking back on these brilliant creative triumphs is also a bittersweet journey for the cast, filled with immense joy but also tinged with profound sorrow. The tight-knit community of voice actors became a true family during those intense years of recording, and they shared countless laughs inside and outside the booth. A massive source of that joy came from the incredibly talented Jeff Garcia, who brought the lovable, hyperactive, and utterly hilarious Sheen Estevez to life with an unmatched comedic energy. It is with incredibly heavy hearts that the cast and the entire global fan base remember Jeff Garcia, who sadly passed away in December of 2025. Jeff was the undeniable spark of the recording sessions, an artist who brought an unpredictable, infectious enthusiasm to every single line, transforming Sheen into a legendary character who defined the comedic timing of an entire generation of television. His absence leaves a massive, irreplaceable void in the hearts of those who worked alongside him, and his brilliant legacy remains permanently etched into every frame of the universe he helped create, reminding everyone of the precious, fleeting nature of time and the beautiful art created by a group of friends chasing a shared dream. Reflecting on the monumental journey of this franchise brings about a profound sense of awe, especially when considering what Jimmy Neutron truly means to Carolyn Lawrence and Debi Derryberry today. A full quarter of a century after they first stepped into those legendary roles. For these two extraordinary women, the project was never merely an ordinary job or a routine line item on their extensive professional resumes. It was a defining milestone that permanently reshaped the trajectory of their careers and intertwined their lives with the childhoods of millions of people across the globe. Looking back from the vantage point of 25 years later, they view the series as a beautiful, enduring capsule of pure creative energy, a rare moment in television history where the perfect combination of writing, directing, and vocal talent created something completely timeless. The enduring legacy of the boy genius and his eccentric group of friends from Retroville continues to vibrate through popular culture, proving that stories told with genuine sincerity, intellectual curiosity, and unapologetic fun never truly go out of style. It is a rare and beautiful gift for an actor to realize that the lines they delivered inside a quiet, isolated recording booth decades ago have become comfort food for adults navigating the complexities of modern life, acting as a vibrant bridge that connects people back to the innocent, imaginative days of their youth. The show did not just entertain children, it inspired a massive wave of young minds to embrace science, curiosity, and the thrill of problem-solving, creating a real-world legacy that extends far beyond the confines of the television screen. The journey of the characters mirrors the journeys of the actors themselves as they grew together, faced unexpected challenges, celebrated massive industry triumphs, and navigated the bittersweet realities of loss and the relentless passage of time. Every single convention appearance, every piece of fan art, and every emotional letter from a viewer serves as a powerful reminder of the profound impact that this animated masterpiece had on the world, cementing its place in the pantheon of great children's media. When we examine the broader tapestry of the series, we see a brilliant reflection of our own childhood journeys, complete with all the awkward rivalries, fierce loyalties, and unspoken crushes that define the human experience of growing up. The realization that 25 years have slipped by since Jimmy first yelled his famous catchphrase and triggered a brain blast is a gentle, nostalgic wake-up call, signaling that it is officially time to pull out those old discs. Log into our streaming accounts and re-watch the magnificent adventures of Jimmy Neutron all over again from the very beginning. We owe an immense, unpayable debt of gratitude to Debi, Derryberry, and Carolyn Lawrence for so generously sharing their incredible memories, for pouring their immense talents into these characters, and for being such a massive, irreplaceable, and comforting part of our childhoods. Their voices will forever echo in the minds of millions, a constant reminder that with a little bit of imagination, a healthy dose of curiosity, and the support of true friends, anyone can reach for the stars and conquer the universe. As the final credits roll on this nostalgic retrospective, the stories of Retroville remain as bright, vivid, and deeply impactful as they were on the very first day they aired, standing as a monument to a golden era of animation that will continue to inspire, comfort, and entertain generations of dreamers and innovators for many decades to come.